Hello everyone and welcome! This is Africa, and here's South Sudan. Now let's take a look, shall we? Desert to the north, jungle to the west, mountains to the east. South Sudan was not an easy place to get to. Very little is known about it in ancient times, but people did get there. Primarily tribes speaking the Nilotic languages, pastoralists and keepers of cattle. These tribes included the Dinka and the Nuer, not to be confused with the older. So the peoples roamed the scenic landscapes with their kin and kine, and then, one day, bad stuff happened. You see, South Sudan was not called South Sudan by the natives. The word Sudan derives from an Arabic term meaning land of the blacks, the Arabs having spread out from the 7th century and conquered large slices of earth for themselves, including in Africa. In the 19th century, Ottoman Egypt began heavily taxing and conscripting soldiers from northern Sudan. So the North Sudanese began raiding the region of southern Sudan for slaves. By the mid-1800s, European and Arab traders were embedded in the area, ivory being the key product they sought. Christian missionaries also ventured there. British influence entered and continued until the 1950s, when Sudan was preparing for independence. Problem was, there was a stark division between the Islamic Arabic-speaking north and the non-Arabic-speaking south that mainly followed Christianity and traditional African religions. The southern Sudanese were angered that they had had little say in how Sudan would be governed, and also feared having no say in it now. What happened was that Sudan had a civil war before it was even officially independent. 16 years of fighting, up to 1 million deaths, and no independence for the southern Sudanese. No independence, huh? Well, maybe another method could be another war. Northern Sudan had begun bullying the south again, and conflict erupted. Over 20 years of fighting and 2 million deaths. Absolute horror. Finally, in 2011, South Sudan split off from Sudan to become an independent nation, but the fighting was far from over. Ancient enmities between different tribes refused to be quenched, and a vicious civil war commenced, and the president kept remaining in power, and also kept on wearing his beloved Stetson hat. South Sudan today suffers from one of the lowest levels of human development in the world, a nation left torn and tattered by ethnic animosity. After suffering so terribly as they have, we hope for the best for the people of South Sudan, and that brighter, happier days await them. But till then, it's bye from me for now. Bye-bye.